Merry Meet, Annie here. This is the second video I'm putting up on One Witch's Way, and it led me to think about why do we put things up on YouTube. So I thought, let me put up an explanation. Here would be the best place for why I'm here, what I hope to accomplish, what I'm looking for. And I came to YouTube because young friends recommended it to me, or they would ask me questions about things they'd seen on YouTube. Now, I was used to having people come to me with questions regarding books they were reading, and e-groups they were in discussions, and one-off email discussions with other people. So when I started getting questions from, here's what someone on YouTube said, or here's what YouTube as a whole, the pagan community seems to think, I guess a couple of years went by and I actually had never been to YouTube and would just answer the questions from my own perspective. And after a while, some of my younger friends were encouraging me to see what the community on YouTube was like. And so I decided to watch some videos and got a feel for the kinds of things that we're sharing here and the things we are offering each other and teaching each other and the ways in which we inspire each other. And I, of course, was watching all the different things that we put out there and share, and how sometimes they repeat over and over again. But they're still special because it's each person saying what something is to them. And I don't have a lot of time to look at a lot of videos, so I'm stuck picking and choosing a little bit what I look at. But I'm always aware when I look at something that it's an offering somebody's making that means something to them and they're sharing. I think that's the most important thing I've discovered, is to respect the fact that things are being shared that matter to the person who's sharing them for one reason or another. Which brought me back to then, well, why would I be wanting to share on YouTube? I didn't know when I first came to YouTube what the answer to that was. I just didn't know for sure why I was here. I was here out of curiosity, and I liked exploring, and I found some videos that were inspirational, and that's always a good thing. And then I started having some, let's just say, exchanges of energy with people I met. And by that I mean that conversations that would start from comments on each other's videos and lead to the opportunity to share emails with each other, or videos meant just to be back and forth between the two of us. And in these individual conversations, I started seeing the value of being here in two ways. First, what it has come to mean to me in the way that fresh insight and understanding of the growth and the direction that the pagan community is moving in. It helps me then to understand the pagans I will meet even face-to-face who are outside of my circle and my local experience, and it's been a broadening. For some reason it has impacted me far greater than the time I've spent in e-groups and in the more static forms of communication. So it's broadened my mind to what the pagan world and worldview might be in this modern sense. It's definitely broadened my mind to understand that a great many of the people who I meet who call themselves Wiccan, I would not recognize them as such, but I have come to understand why they call themselves that, what it means to them, and what we have in common. And that's really important to me, because the word can be a unifier, or it can be something which creates difference, and I'm finding much better luck on YouTube finding what I have in common with those who claim the same path as I, who may or may not actually practice anything like I do. It's been better for me that way than these static online e-group kind of communities have been. So I'm grateful for that. I have also understood that there is something I can bring to some people. Not because I'm traditionally trained, not because I was taught a certain way or have practiced a certain way, but I'm finding it's a blending of having had the benefit of studying with teachers and also my age, my life experiences, that I have made of things what become powerful to me. And I have been inspired recently by noticing that the videos that people share that move me the most, they're varied. I love seeing the pictures of people's altar, the pictures of their spiritual places. I never get tired of looking at that. I could just look at those for hours because someone is sharing something so important to them, so intimate in a way. And you feel the energy and you come to know the person through that. So I love altar videos. And I remember once a few months back, the Dancing Rabbit from the Pagan Perspective channel was saying that he liked both watching and creating videos where he was doing something or being taught how to do something. And I realized that I'm enjoying the videos when people are in the process of doing something. I use him as an example. Many of his videos, he is in the process of creating something that we can witness and learn from or be inspired from. And I'm thinking of some of my favorite YouTubers. It's the same way. One of the early ones that caught my attention was Crazy Boy Texas videos. He was always doing something, and we learned by watching his doing. So that's how videos started. I was like, if I'm going to do videos, I'm not about lecturing or teaching or preaching or saying this is the way or this is my way, but I am about sharing what it is for me. Because some people will want to know how I do things. They want to know how everybody does things. They are collecting experiences from those they encounter. That is what brought me to the idea of One Witch's Way, which is when I do something, why not think every now and then that it is something that I might share? It's not a lecture. It's not a dry answer to a question that someone posed me. It is indeed saying, well, here's how this thing fit into my life, and it's how I do something, and it's not the way, it's One Witch's Way. That is how the idea of this series came about, and the way, kind of the way I want to take my personal channel. How I do it. And in the how I do it, I know I will have the opportunity to answer questions that come my way. And in fact, sometimes, like this particular instance, the one I'm about to do on candle magic was inspired by questions people asked me about candle magic. So that's what I'm about. Experiencing and sharing how I experience, how I do what I do, how I live my life, and in hoping in some way it answers a question or two or encourages conversation with folks that come my way. Now I realize that's not to everybody's liking. Any one of the videos I do, someone could feel like they've already seen 100 times. And I appreciate that. And it's going to happen, I'm sure, because I don't spend a lot of time looking at other videos. So I don't know how unique my presentation is. I do know it's purely unique and that it is my way. One Witch's Way. So if you're watching any of these in this series and you have ideas of things you would like to know more about, that will inspire me to think about, okay, how do I fit that into my life and how could I bring that to YouTube? Let me know. Provide comments. I'm up for discussion. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to exchange. And very often I know will be an opportunity for me to broaden my horizons. So welcome. A little bit about why I wanted to do this way, this One Witch's Way. I wish you mirth and reverence. Merry part.